Greetings, one and all, and welcome to the Open-Handed Classroom. I want to extend a special thank you to you, yes, you, for stopping by. Now, students, before us, as you can see on the screen, is a math question. And I got this question from the 2018 Paper 1 Mathematics BJC examination. Now notice the question. Notice that the question is currently unsolved, but I assure you that by the end of this video, this question would be completed. But I have a question. I have a question for you. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Then let's dive in. We begin by reading the instructions, and the instruction states the following. Answer all questions in the spaces provided. Show all necessary working. Notice we have question 3a, and question 3a says express 7 over 10 as a decimal. Express 7 over 10 as a decimal. And this question is worth 1 mark. I encourage you to attempt this question on your own. Pause the video, attempt the question on your own, and I'll see you on the other side of the pause. All right, now that you have attempted this question on your own, let us consider, I should say, let us deal with this question together, all right? Okay, so notice that in the question, they gave us the fraction 7 over 10. Let's put it over here. They gave us the fraction 7 over 10. All right, that's the fraction that they gave us, and they want us to convert this fraction into a decimal. Okay, now I'm going to show you two methods of doing this. We're going to start with method 1. Okay, we're going to start with method 1. And method 1 is basically using division, right? Using division, right? So we're going to use division in this method. Okay, and we're going to divide 7 by 100. Okay, we're going to divide 7 by 100. Okay, so let us begin. Let's do that way first, and then I will show you another method, which is method number 2. Okay, so let us divide 7 by 100. So 100 is our divisor, and 7 is our dividend. Okay, 7 is our dividend. Let us list some of the multiples of 100. Let us list some of the multiples of 100. Some multiples of 100 are 100 times 0 is 0. 100 times 1 is 100. 100 times 2 is 1,000. Sorry, my apologies. 100 times 0 is 0. 100 times 1 is 100. 100 times 2 is 200. 100 times 3 is 300. 100 times 4 is 400. And so on. Okay, so notice that we have 100 as our divisor and 7 as our dividend. And we ask the question, okay, we ask ourselves the question, is there a whole number that I could use to multiply 100 by to give me 7? Okay, is there a whole number that I could use to multiply 100 by to give me 7? And the answer is no, right? There is no whole number that I could use to multiply by 100 to give me 7. Indeed, 7 is not a multiple of 100. Okay, 7 is not a multiple of 100. So we consider this question. Then we say, okay, since I cannot find a number that I could use to multiply by 100 to give me exactly 7, I'm going to go for the next best thing. I am going to try to find a number, right? I'm going to try to find a number that I could use to multiply by 100 to give me let me erase to give me a number, right? That I know it's not going to be 7 because I cannot multiply 100 by a whole number to give me 7, but to give me a number that is less than 7, right? And this number, I want it to be a multiple of 100, and I want it more than to be a multiple of 100. I want it to be the largest multiple of 100. Okay, so now I ask the question, is there a number, right? Is there a number, right, that I could use to multiply by 100 to give me a number that is both less than 7, right? A multiple of 10, and in fact, the largest multiple of 10 that is less than 7. Okay? So let us consider these things. Why don't we start with 0? Okay? So 0 is our first whole number. Let's start with 0. Okay? So let's start with 0, and we say that 100 times 0 is going to give us 0. 0 is less than 7. Okay? 0 is less than 7. So that works. Okay, so, but let's see if 1 will work, all right? Let's see if 1 will work. Let's try 1, all right? Let's try 1. And if we try 1, we have 100 times 1. But 100 times 1, guess what? 100 times 1 is 100, right? And 100 is greater than 7. So that won't work. So 0 is the largest multiple of 10, right, is the largest multiple of 10 that is less than 7. Okay, so we're going to use 0. Okay, so we say 100 multiplied by 0, because we cannot use 1 if we use, or we cannot use a whole number higher than 0, because if we do that, then it will be greater than 7. So we have to use 0. So we say 100 multiplied by 0. Let's use another color. So we say 100 multiplied by 0. And 100 multiplied by 0, let me erase. 100 multiplied by 0 is 0. Okay? So now we perform the subtraction. 7 subtracted by 7 minus 0 is indeed 7. Okay? Now notice that we have no numbers to bring down. So we place a decimal point. And you can look at this decimal point as giving us, sorry, let's place a decimal point. So you can look at this decimal point as now that we have this decimal point, you can look at it, or you could view it as now giving us the permission, or giving us the authority to place a 0 behind the 7. Okay? You can look at that by placing that decimal point there. You can look at that as giving us the authority to place a 0 behind the 7. Okay, so now that we have the 0 behind the 7, we continue as follows. And we say, now we ask ourselves the question, is there a number that I could use to multiply by 100 to give me 70? Is there a whole number, I should say, that I could use to multiply by 100 to give me 70? And the answer is no. There is no whole number that I could use to multiply by 100 to give me 70, because notice that 70 is not a multiple. 70 is not a multiple of 100. Okay? So we ask ourselves the next question. We say, okay, since I can't find a number that I could use to a whole number, since I cannot find a whole number that I could use to multiply by 100 to give me exactly 70, let me see if I could find a whole number, right, that I could use to give me not 70, right, not 70 because I can't find that, but to give me a number, right, that is less than 70, right, that's less than 70, but it's still a multiple of 100, and in fact it is the largest multiple of 100 that is less than 70. Okay, so we're looking for the largest multiple of 100 that is less than 70. Okay, the largest multiple of 100 that is less than 70, and we're looking and we're saying, okay, can I find a number that I could multiply by 100 to give me a number that is the largest multiple of 70, and the largest multiple of 100 that is less than 70. Okay, so let us see. Let's start with the smallest whole number. Let's start with 0. Okay, so we use 0 and we say that 100 times 0 is indeed 0, right? And 0 is less than 70. So that is a candidate that could work, right? But let's level up. Let me not use that word level up. Let us increase, or let us go to the next whole number. Okay, the next whole number after 0. Okay, so let's do that. So we say 100. The next whole number that is after 0 is 1. So we say 100 multiplied by 1. Now 100 multiplied by 1 is indeed 100. And the problem with this is that 100 is not less than 70. So 100 is indeed greater than 70. So this won't work. Okay, so 0, right? 0 is the largest, right? The largest multiple of 100, right? The largest multiple of 100 that is less than 70. Okay? Okay, so now let us use this information to complete our division problem. Okay, so we say 100 times 0. 100 times 0 is going to be 0. And we perform a subtraction. 0 minus 0 is 0. 7 minus 0 is indeed 7. So we remain with 70. We remain with 70. And again, you could view that decimal point as giving us the authority to place another 0. Okay, so let's place another 0 here. And let's place an emphasis on this. So instead of using the regular blue, let's place a yellow, or whatever that color is. Let's just place that particular, let's use that color to distinguish this 0, and to distinguish this 0, let's use the same color. Okay, so there we go. Awesome. So now we ask ourselves the question, is there a number, right? Is there a number that I could use? Let me use not this color. Now we ask ourselves the question, is there a number, right, that I could use to multiply by 100 to give me exactly 700, right? Is there a number that I could use to multiply by 100 to give me exactly 700? And guess what? The answer is yes. There is a number that I could use to multiply by 100 to give me 700. And that number is 7, right? Indeed, 700 is a multiple of 100. So we take the 7 and we place it in the quotient part of our answer. So let us do that. Let us do that. So we have 100 multiplied by 7. 100 multiplied by 7 is indeed 700. And now we perform our subtraction. 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. And 7 minus 7 is 0. So now we're done with our division problem. Now you're saying, instructor, okay, we are done with the division problem, but how does that help us with the question? Notice that the question asks us to express 7 over 100 as a decimal, right? So the quotient of our division problem is indeed this decimal that we're looking for. So 7 over 10, 7 over 100, 7 over 100 is indeed equal to this quotient right here, 0.07. Okay, and that is our answer. I'm not going to show you method 2 in this video. I am going to save that for a next video. I apologize deeply. So let us use a next video to look at method number 2 for the same question. So look out for method number 2 in the next video